I was recently lucky enough to visit the great state of Maine for a few days, and let me just say it was awesome. I didn't have a ton of time to fish, but I was able to spend a few hours trying to find one of Maine's most famous native fish. In this video I start at the ocean and work up to the mountaintops just to see what kind of fish I can get into. Welcome back to another video. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I am, for the first time ever, in Maine, the great state of Maine. And I'm gonna spend the next couple hours trying to blue line up a few brook trout using trout routes. So that's the plan today. I have no idea what's in store for me, but I'm sitting here right now on a beach. It's kind of just like a rocky shoreline here at this inlet to this one creek. I'm gonna fish this inlet for a little bit, just throw around in salt water and see what happens. Because there's something really unique that happens here with a type of brook trout that you call coasters or salters. And they're brook trout that run out into the ocean and then run back up the creeks to spawn, much like steelhead do. So that's kind of what I'm going after, but I'm just here to have fun and see what happens and just enjoy the views at the same time. So let's get into it. All right guys, so all I have is my 3-way. So I don't know how much fishing is gonna get done here. I just wanna mess around for a second though. Oh my gosh. You're gonna end up getting soaking wet is what's gonna end up happening. Anyways, let's just cast around and have some fun. It'd be funny if I actually caught something doing this. I'm getting lots of seaweed. Is that cool? Or does that count as a fish? If we count seaweed as a fish, I'll be down. Anyways, this is where the creek comes in right here, guys. And dump straight into the water here. So I'm gonna try to cast around here for a second. All right guys, so as cool as this is, I think I'm just gonna head up the creek, because not that you can't catch fish doing this, because I'm sure you could, I just don't know anything about it. Also, to be honest with you, on these clips I can't really get any further than this without risking life and limb. So yeah, let's head up the creek. All right guys, here's the ocean. I'm going to slowly work up this and see what happens. I don't know what to expect, but only way to find out if there's fish is to fish for them. But before we explore any more of Maine, I'd like to say this video is sponsored by Trout Routes. Trout Routes is the most comprehensive mapping app for trout anglers with over 50,000 trout streams, 350,000 access points, public land maps, and more. Basically, it's an app that deserves a spot in every angler's toolkit. When I had a few hours to fish Maine, I used Trout Routes to scout out a few creeks that were within a close driving distance to each other. Having that much information at my fingertips allowed me to plan out an easy route and hit some good water that I knew was likely to have fish in it with the limited time I had. There are several tools like public land maps, fly shop locations, and water level gauges on the app which make it invaluable in my opinion. You can get 20% off your first year of Trout Routes using the code Hardman24. Visit troutroutes.com to learn more and download Trout Routes for free in the App Store today. Now let's get back to exploring Maine. Alright guys, I have not seen a single fish. I'm just bouncing around a little jig streamer, but I mean it's brook trout. I should be able to at least find a fish. I've got a couple hundred yards because I'm out of sight of the ocean now. But I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna hop pretty far up in this creek and try a different stretch. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna change creeks completely, because I should be able to catch fish easier than this, especially a brook trout. But it is April and it's Maine, so what do I expect? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I literally just stopped on the side of the road here because according to Trout Routes, this should have trout in it. Plus it was just like super easily accessible. So I figured I'm not really wasting any time to try this spot. I'm just basically blue lining right now using Trout Routes. I'm just seeing like, are there fish here? Are there not fish here? And now I'm stuck in a tree and I probably just lost my fly. So we're doing great.
All right, guys, so far this roadside creek ain't been it. I'll try this little spot here and then I'll probably turn around. There's clearly trout in here because Trout Unlimited or somebody has done some pretty major habitat work. Like, this is not natural. So you would think this type of work that there'd be fish in it, but I haven't even seen a singular fish yet. It's like, oh, there's a fish. There's 2 of them. Come on, get back in there. I bet I can catch one of these fish. I need a smaller fly. Hold on, I got this, guys. I see a fish, 2 brook trout. But this fly is too big for him. But if I put on a little fly, I'll catch these fish pretty quickly. All right, guys. I'm going to try to fish this again. I have a singular dry fly that will work for a dry dropper. I'm just gonna throw this in there and hope that those fish come back out and eat the nymph or the dry fly or something. I got one. He did come out. Woo! We are catching studs. First ever Maine trout. Caught out of a tiny roadside creek. But it is a beautiful little native fish, man. That is awesome. That's so cool. All right, little buddy, thank you, man. I can't believe one actually got caught, to be honest with you. That is so cool, man. I had to throw in a little dry dropper with a tiny little nymph. But I basically saw those fish come out and they just weren't very big. And I was like, well, maybe, even though they're not very big. Oh, I'm not so sure, something just didn't hit the dry fly there. But I was like, maybe even though they're not very big, they'll still hit like a little nymph or something if I can find out where they're at. Turns out it worked. Oh, another one. We've got 2. Where's my net? You guys might think that me netting these fish is ridiculous, but oh, that one's a little bit bigger too. Oh, baby, he is so colorful. My gosh, what an odd, look how red his fins are. Woo! All right, guys, I just wanted to take a little bit better look at this guy here and just show off like how red his fins are. Look how red those fins are. Just such a cool fish. I don't know if this would be technically a coaster, even though this stream does directly connect to the ocean. I think that technically this fish probably lives here all year round, if I was a guessing man. If you follow this stream down maybe a mile, you get to the ocean real quick. I'm literally on the side of the road. And I'm catching fish out of a little plunge pool. So that's pretty awesome. So I just wanted to quickly show you what I finally started catching fish on. Just a teeny tiny like hare's ear type fly. And I just came up to this man-made hole, and as I said, first cast, I had 2 fish follow me out. Oh, there's a fish right there that keeps trying to eat the dry fly. It's just too small for it. But anyways, fish followed me out on my streamer, on my little woolly bugger. And I thought, oh, that's a good sign. But they wouldn't, they were too small to eat it. So, basically, I just changed to a dry dropper and caught the fish, which is a freaking miracle. All right, guys, I've decided I want to go down here just to this bridge and be like a half fish up to where I parked the car and just see if I can't find a fish or two, 1 or 2 more fish. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time doing it because this creek's really small and the fish are really small, which is fine. I'm just happy to even catch any fish in Maine, but at least I know there's fish in here, and I just want to see if I can't find another big hole or 2 that's going to produce another fish or 2. This looks like a good spot to me where a fish could sit on that far side. Or not. Oh, there's a fish. He ate the dry fly, actually, surprisingly. And I'm throwing like a size 12 dry fly because that's the only thing I thought I could float the fly with. And I just had a brook trout eat a size 12 dry fly in April on the side of the road. That's just good quality fun right there. Oh, buddy. I don't know anything about suds, it's that there's fish in there, but I'm gonna try this closer side first, just briefly. Okay, nothing in there. Let's throw in these suds. I guarantee you that'll be a fish. Gotta be. I don't know much about brook trout fishing, but my limited brook trout. Oh, I just saw a fish like bust in there or do something. Something happened in there. Watch this. Yep, there he is. Told you I saw one in there. It's the biggest fish of the day too. I gotta get the net out. Oh, what a pretty fish, man. Whoa, that fish looks crazy. That might be a salter. He's not very big, but he's got a way different color pattern than the other fish I've caught so far. Like, he's really silver looking. Whoa, that is a gnarly looking brook trout. That's cool, man. All right, guys. So I'm at second or third creek of the day, and I'm just gonna try it out. This creek supposedly, according to the trout routes, should have some trout in it. I'm gonna very highly assume it's gonna be brook trout, only because I don't know what else would even be in here. And there's a decent little hole here. There's a gargantuan down tree. I don't know if I'm able to get past. We're gonna hope that this just creates a hole that I can catch a fish in. And I can't really get below it, so I'm gonna have to fish it incorrectly and hope it works out. Part of the game, I guess. It's really shallow here, but down at that root ball there, looks pretty good. My gosh, so much stuff to get stuck in. It's actually crazy. All right, let's just roll cast down there and see if there's a fish in it or not. All right, I'm not gonna spend too much time here. I'm just gonna fish up and try to catch one or two in here and see what happens. Oh my gosh, it's a nice trout. I didn't even think the fish ate. Whoa, that's my biggest brook trout of the day. He ate the dry fly. That was really weird. And he came off in the net. That was so crazy. I threw in there and nothing happened. There was like just looked like a delayed drop of the dry fly. I didn't even see the fish actually eat the fly. And I somehow came away with my biggest fish of the day. That's so sweet, man. There he is. Whoa, relax there, Mr. Native Maine native, sir. Just a really cool looking fish. Thanks, dude. Sorry for messing with you. Go back home. Well, that's cool. I decided when I came up to this spot that I was only going to fish up to a certain point. And what I mean by that is I was only going to fish up to that little culvert there. In other words, I didn't give myself a whole lot of time to fish this because, I don't know, it wasn't very big, didn't have a ton of confidence in it, and there's still one other spot that I wanted to fish. But I'm glad I stopped and fished this because it's my biggest fish of the day right there. Let's see if I can't catch another one in here. I bet I can. If nothing else, you'd think I'd be able to catch one at the culvert. All right, guys, we made it to the culvert, and there's some crazy swirl patterns here. I don't know if that'll make it more difficult on me to catch a fish. It'll be better, worse. What that'll mean as far as fishing goes, kind of just move this out of the way and just sling one. I bet there's a fish or two in here. Surely if I caught a fish in that last hole, there's one in here, right? Oh, there is. It's a nice one too. He ate the nymph finally. I was like, gosh, there's got to be a fish in that little swirl, and there was a fish in that swirl. Another nice brook trout. I mean, maybe by Maine standards this isn't crazy, but compared to the other fish I've been catching, that's a really good fish. Heck yeah, man. Now I've caught fish in 2 different creeks here. All right, little buddy. Thanks for playing. Whoop. Go ahead, dude. All right, guys, so I've crawled underneath this pretty big bridge here, and this is gonna be the last spot I'm gonna fish. This is the biggest water I've fished so far. So my thought process is maybe this will be the biggest fish so far, but I don't actually know if that's true. It's just kind of one of those things where I was like, I might as well try it. Whoa! I got rocks in my shoes, rocks in my shoes. Gotta get me some rocks in my shoes. That's annoying. Alrighty. Anyways, made it down here after getting some rocks in my shoes. See if there's any fish in here or not. This pocket over here screams trout, or brook trout I should say. Wow, man, nothing. Not even seeing fish. Kind of like that first creek all over again. Oh, whoa, what do we have here? We got a tributary coming in. That's cute. Whoa, that tributary is gnarly, dude. It's got some crazy waterfalls. I might just go check that out because I can. All right. I just wanted to see what this looked like. Whoa. There are some big waterfalls up through here. What do you think? Should I check it out or not? I think I shall check it out. This is awesome. Actually, this is a really good hole. It'd be hilarious if I caught a fish in here. This is insanity. Really steep. There's another waterfall right there I might go look at real quick, but this is gnarly, dude. That's so sick, man. It's so pretty too. Oh, I love it, exploring and adventuring places like this. I mean, how does it get any better than that? All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I had to come up this little tributary and just look at it because it's got such cool rock formation. And this tiny little creek drops off in really quick elevation and feeds into this main creek down here. And there could be brook trout in here. I didn't see any, but I also didn't see any in the main creek, and I know there's gotta be fish in the main creek. So maybe they're just not active. Maybe it's because the sun's gone down over the hill. Either way, the fish aren't super active, so I'm gonna head out. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Shouts out to Trout Route for sponsoring this video and yeah, helping me find some fish here in the great state of Maine. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.